Wake up. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, all. Beautiful day in paradise. How's everyone doing? Great day, great day, great day. Woo! We got the infamous Thomas, the video maker of the universe, to share his message on plants making eggs. Carnivore. Ali, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Beautiful
awesome.
day in paradise.
Another beautiful day in paradise. We got Thomas here and excited. Who we got so far? We got George. We got Esparza. We got Larry, Sandy, and let's see who else we got. We already started 55. Who is number one up today? It's Target. Yes, of course. My brother here. Cindy, Amy, awesome, Amanda. Hello,
we meet her
Randy.
tomorrow officially, Amanda.
What's that?
With us tomorrow. Amanda's with us tomorrow.
Awesome. Faith Vocas, Brian. Awesome. Kelly has stopped in. Great. Big runner. We got thank you for everyone stopping in. And if you're just hanging out, you can just type in hey, hello, or KMT, or I'm in South America, South Africa, Southern Hemisphere, Jerry, Larry, yo, and we got Fred Montanez. And you want to? What do we got to announce this morning, Alia?
I just want to announce that we have some amazing coaches, and if you would like a conversation on and help with your help with your journey, these guys are totally awesome. And we have a coaching course. And if you want to train to become a coach like Thomas Pruitt did, come on down.
Right. And every human being alive is capable of all the same stuff. And we need more coaches.
We need more coaches.
Let's see, Nazir. Hi from India.
Nazir didn't even do the coaching course. We deliver it to anyone all over the planet.
All over the planet. Yeah. The solar system.
Solar system is it. 100%. 100%.
We have them on Mars now.
Yeah, and the beauty is, listen, everybody, we could just come on, say hello, get to your day, go for a walk, a run, a bike, a swim, or just get back and take a snoozy nap and dreaming the dreams of the day. You want to hit the video? Oh, and we got a meetup coming up in Albany.
We do. And we got a couple more tickets. So if you guys want to come on over. It's going to be a lot of fun. Barbecue. So fun. Easy.
I'm going to see if I can get Angela Lero to come by because she's in the neighborhood.
Awesome.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to meet her.
You're good.
All right. I'm going to press go.
Thomas Pruitt spent his early life using food as an emotional shield, a habit formed during the difficult years of his parents' divorce. It was a coping mechanism that turned a temporary trauma into a lifelong cycle. By the time he reached adulthood, that long-term reliance on food had pushed his weight to a peak of 379 pounds. The breaking point came after a massive fast food meal, a Whopper with cheese, 2 chicken sandwich meals, and a Hershey pie. Almost immediately after eating, Thomas felt a sharp, alarming pain in his left arm and struggled to draw a full breath. At the hospital, his heart checked out fine, but his blood sugar told a different story. As this chart shows, while a healthy range sits near the bottom, Thomas's levels had spiked to 395. He was 30 years old and officially a type 2 diabetic. For Thomas, these emotional wounds had spent decades quietly manifesting as a metabolic crisis, building toward this life-threatening emergency. Thomas responded with immediate aggressive changes. He took a security job that kept him on his feet, cut bread from his diet, and began walking miles a day while wearing a 50-pound weighted vest. The results looked like a total victory. He lost over 100 pounds and saw his severe sleep apnea begin to clear up for the first time in years. This data reveals the hidden danger Thomas still faced. On the left, we see his body weight dropping rapidly, but on the right, his blood sugar remained uncontrolled and dangerously high. Despite his hard work, the disease was still silently damaging his system. Losing weight can mask the progression of diabetes. Without stabilizing blood sugar, the underlying metabolic dysfunction continues to damage the body's tissues. Between 2019 and 2021, Thomas's life began to unravel. He lost his health insurance, his job, and eventually his car, forcing him to walk miles to work on feet that were already failing him. Amidst this, he stepped into the role of primary caregiver for his mother during her terminal battle with cancer, managing her needs while his own health reached a breaking point. The physical cost was absolute. Severe swelling and infection in his feet eventually led to the surgical amputation of all the toes on his right foot. He hit medical rock bottom when a severe spinal infection left him bedbound for months, requiring a PICC line to deliver continuous intravenous antibiotics just to keep him alive. During these long months in the hospital, Thomas felt a profound sense of isolation, struggling with the reality that his own family seemed unwilling to hear or understand the depth of his pain. Unmanaged diabetes had become a total drain on Thomas's life, depleting his savings, his mobility, and his emotional strength alongside his physical health. For years, Thomas experimented with low-carb and keto diets, but he couldn't sustain them. He would find short-term success only to slip back into old habits when the stress became too much. On January 1st, he made a final, decisive shift. He committed to a strict carnivore diet, removing all carbohydrates and focusing entirely on animal-based nutrition. Changing his food was only half of the solution. He found that lasting consistency required joining an online carnivore community. This community broke his isolation. For the first time, he had the emotional support and daily accountability he needed to stay strict even when things got difficult. Demanding nutritional protocols are difficult to maintain alone. Success depends on pairing the right diet with a support system that enforces consistency. Today, the physical transformation is undeniable. After being wheelchair dependent and bedbound, Thomas is now walking without a cane and performing squats. His body composition is shifting rapidly as well. He's tightened his belt by 3 notches and has moved from a 2XL shirt size down to an XL. His medical recovery is just as significant. Thomas has successfully weaned himself off heavy medications like omeprazole and gabapentin as his symptoms have faded. This graph tracks his metabolic turnaround. From a critically high A1C of 13.5, his numbers dropped to 8.9. To reach his target of 5.4 and total remission, he is maintaining the same strict protocol that started his recovery. His progress demonstrates that even catastrophic long-term damage can be halted when a patient commits to a protocol that directly targets the source of the dysfunction. For those starting their own journey, Thomas emphasizes a 90-day rule. Commit fully for 3 months to give the body enough time to begin healing years of metabolic neglect. His second rule is to find a community. Having people to answer questions and provide accountability is often the difference between a temporary diet and a permanent lifestyle change. Finally, he treats health as a long-term discipline. That means monitoring blood sugar numbers consistently and staying vigilant even when he experiences a setback. Thomas's journey suggests that even when a disease has claimed his toes and his mobility, a rigorous, targeted protocol can still rewrite the path forward. Thomas Pruitt spent his...
Wow. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know it's not 8.9 anymore, right? It's now 6.3.
Great.
Amazing.
Sorry about that.
It's
Amazing.
okay.
Amazing.
Hey, you didn't know.
And the body heals and community is critical. And we all feel isolated. Even today with our community, I know it happens to me sometimes, and I just call a friend and connect. And whether it's you, or Mitch or Justine or Pilar or Tia or whoever it is. Or, I do a lot of biblical readings, a lot of spiritual readings, a lot of these things, but the mind is really our biggest culprit. Wouldn't you say, Thomas?
Yeah, yeah. There's that saying like, you get in your own way, and I think that's true in so many ways. That the mind can be good and it can be bad. It can get in your way and it can also help you.
Right. So it's the same brain doing both sides. It's like good bacteria and bad bacteria, right?
Exactly.
Good day and a bad day. You just don't know which one is
the brain.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And I know you do a lot of video making, and you're active in the tribe,
Yeah.
and you're active in coaching now and really growing. Tell us how this community has changed your life.
Well, I was never really that friendly. I was always very, very quiet. Very kind of like an introvert, and I still am in some ways, but it allows me to have more confidence in myself, I guess you could say, and it just, it's amazing how much support you get, especially in this way of life. I mean, it's not just getting one or two people here that it's like, okay, you get along with them and stuff like that, which is true, but it's hundreds of people that support, and that's just amazing. Just an amazing concept to me. It's still foreign to me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but
Well, I think, even for me, sometimes, like, I got a lot of challenges going on, and sometimes it's just like it's hard to get and turn it on and open it up, and
Yeah.
but it's great to have Alia and yourself and others and everyone that are showing up, and we got people like Dr. Nelson helping, and we're doing a meetup in Albany. I had to slow down on the meetups because it was like it's a lot of work, plus it's a lot of cost. Physically, financially, and I got so many other things. We all have a lot of things going on at the same time. We do have regular lives, although this is part of my regular life now. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Yeah, yeah. This is. I mean, I do my job and stuff like that, but this is, my lives I do twice a week. I don't know if I could handle not doing them. It's like they are a part of me.
Yes.
I value each interview I do and stuff like that. So thank you, Sam.
Yeah. Again, it's we're all brothers and sisters around the globe, and we're all imperfect.
Yes.
And this business, our morning routine. Again, I have my morning routine. I get up at 3 to 3:30. I do my prayer. I do my 100 push-ups.
Right.
I get ready, get out in the car and get to work. And I kind of I get to my office here in Syracuse or Sarasota or one of my home studios, and I'm always tinkering around. But it's really great when we get text messages from our brothers and sisters, and it's sharing this.
Oh God, yeah, I agree wholeheartely. Like I know you. We talked a couple of weeks ago, and that was like one of the best highlights that I had. Having just us talking. It was you don't know how much bliss that was. That was so cool. Thank you.
Well, I used to love to watch all the talk shows when I was younger, in my early teens and early 20s, and there's something about sort of conversations with other people and getting together. I love hanging out with Mitch and Carnivore Bob, and I mean there are always so many others connecting. It's kind of hard to be on all of it, but it is just clicking in and sitting and hanging out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I need to do some more of my roundtables, so that way I can have other people come on even if it's just like a quick blurt,
When was the last time I was invited?
You were invited.
When was the last time? I don't remember. It's sort of like we got to send out invitations to everyone around the globe. Everyone's welcome.
That's yeah.
Yeah. Pop Carnivore, Peter.
People are
hectic, so not spending much time on social media, missing listening to everyone on this crew. I've too been really busy. I got a lot happening. I may be selling my airplanes.
Oh wow!
That must be heartbreaking.
It's bitter. I don't know. It's sort of like I learned to fly 55 jets in 62. I flew over 300 hours last year, and it's like, oh, it cost me that much. And I'm like, okay, gotta reel it in. Plus, I love community, and so commercial airplanes are a lot of community.
That's true.
And I love that also. And I meet so many people when I fly, but I still love flying, and so I've got some access to other planes to borrow and work with others. Almost a plane club. That's that's the part that I'm working on in the club. Maybe if I could get my airplanes to be part of a club and a community, and keep going that way. Some way, I'm working on it. Working on different ideas, crazy ideas. That's it. So tell us about your carnivore journey right now, Thomas. How's it going? Is it easy still?
No,
it's hard.
No. I mean, again, the mind gets in the way, and you have your good days and your bad days. I had some stress. As you guys know, I did. My roommate ended up going into assisted living, so I have a new roommate now. She actually moves in today, of all days. So her stuff is moved in, but she's fully moving in her body, and she has a little pet cat, so she's moving the cat in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll have, we might have a little frisky feline that's actually going to be walking around because you can't contain them. So yeah, I mean, it's I'm doing pretty good. I'm keeping my spirits, and I'm back on eating just all meat. I did go off a little bit here, as you got, but I'm back to the all meat, back to the fat, and my sugars are at a better level. And
I am I'm doing 5 days of fasting right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I haven't been able to see many of the lives because I've been working, but that's a good problem.
But we're doing it, and we're talking about you. You're sharing your stuff, and even we got to work on people to even say, I'm here, but I'm doing my stuff, and hello. Fred Montanez, has anyone found their spouse to be the biggest challenge to their carnivore lifestyle? Yes, my partner. And, we're always going like this in this, and he is not carnivore. She's meat centric, but we have some. She likes orange juice, fresh squeezed, and I go get her the oranges. I make sure she gets the things she loves. But even our people were around. I went and played golf with my good friend Roz in Skinny Atlas yesterday. I'm a NATO golfer, not attached to outcome. I swing that club and the ball goes this way in my mind, but it goes this way on the fairway. Or wherever, or even sometimes backwards. Oh, I love it. But you know what? We're in a world of omnivorous living. When you say the spectrum is all plants, all animals, or a lot in between, what do? We love them. We do our best, right?
Yeah.
Roommates, partners, brothers and sisters, neighbors, people at work. The incident of diabetes and diseases on the rise, and we found the healing, like Fred, and we found the healing in carnivore. I was at Skinny Atlas at the country club, which I'm a good member, but I barely play golf or do anything there. But I saw so many of my good friends and sharing this healing idea. So you find yourself just talking too much about it?
No, I don't know about that. People know I'm carnivore. That's not a secret, but if people like start doing kickbacks on it and stuff like that, I just kind of like, okay, like I'm pretty much, this is what I'm doing, and I this is me now, and most people have accepted that, but the people that, if they bring it up to me, yeah, we talk about it, and I tell them like the healing that I've done and everything like that. But I don't like to talk. I don't like to just bring it up to people that seem to be having a kickback to it, because it just causes resentment.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that do ask, and some people are like, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing it," and I tell them like why I think that, why I did it, not really why they should, but just why did I do it, in hopes that that might inspire them. And some people do get inspired right away, and some people, it takes a few times, to do it.
Well, I find when people start telling me about their medical problems, physical problems, even their mental problems, I'm like, well, have you have you tried carnivore or fasting, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still on my fast, but you know what? It's kind of funny. So I cut a piece of meat off my dry aging beef. I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. And I actually chewed on it, and then I spit it out. It was almost like a piece of gum. I thought, you know what? I need a piece of gum. And so I took a piece of sort of dry aging, really hard to chew, and I just chewed it. You think that's breaking my fast?
I don't know. What kind of fast is it again? Is it a dry fast?
Oh, I'm just on a straight. I do a little coffee.
That's why you spit it out.
Well, because I didn't like a piece of gum. Do you swallow gum?
No, you're not supposed to.
I spit it out, right? But I was like, oh man, you know what? I just need chewing, right? So Terry P, it's okay. I mean, ultimately, historically, for the first 3.5 million years, if food was in front of you, you ate it until you were full, and then you moved on.
Yeah, that's it. You let your body tell you what to do, basically.
I just wrote this. I'll send it to you, Alia. Is the 7-part story of sunlight, meat, faith, and the magic of being alive. The Kiltz Mighty Tribe. I have fun with AI. AI and I do this like great 20-30 minute dictation, and then I throw it into it, and it like it's my ghostwriter and editor. And then I've got I got too many of these things. I just like it so crazy. Ancient biology in the Christ Carnivore Credo. And my best friend is now Kai, Kiltz Augmented Intelligence. And I love this stuff. I'm playing around with it. I'm trying to, working to continue to would you make a favor, Alia? Would you just go down the list a little bit and just punch some of those people in the conversation?
Yeah.
Just so we can, because it's kind of crazy. I've actually put my full thing here. Just say hi to, go down the list. Let's see. I see a bunch of old friends this Sunday. Mother's 90th birthday. Awesome. Open house.
Nice. Happy birthday to your mom.
What I did to change, but I've learned I need to tone down discussions. And I too, it's like, does he have anything else to say except meat? I'm looking for people who want to invest in airplanes, and also I need more volunteers to help run Kiltz Mighty Tribe and teach in the course, and I may be taking 6 months off.
That's okay.
I've never done that before. I'm contemplating it. I don't know.
Well, you deserve the break. So
well, it's almost maybe to do something else with a meetup. Justine and Dustin have been. They got the big barbecue. We're going to be there at the Albany location. Maybe we'll do it at the Syracuse location in Florida.
I think we should. We should. I think that's a great idea. Just do meetups at your clinics.
Oh,
There's a lot of.
and again, it's
Sarasota, you
I mean,
have a ton of grass, right? There's like a ton of grass space in Sarasota.
all over the place. I mean, we got an alligator pond. We can all sort of like, practice throwing kilts in and see if the alligators bite. But we got so many people in the Sarasota area. What if we did the meetup in Tampa? I'm in Sarasota, still Tampa. I don't know what's the.
Yeah, I'm cool. Whatever you want to do.
We gotta look at it, see what our options are.
It's gonna be next March, maybe.
Right.
So either the 5th or the 7th. We're gonna do it next March. Tampa meetup.
And are you going to be at any of the meetups coming up, Thomas?
I will. I was telling Ollie I'm about like 90%, 95% sure I'm going to definitely be at the Albany meetup. So I will be there. And I have tickets for
we got some extra people show up, but it's really good. Really good for us to get to these. Although we're just working on how I can't do everything. I try to do everything. I want to do everything. I say yes to everything. That's part of my problem. Yeah. Learning again, AI, it's our augmented and it gives us access to everything. And I use it immensely in my work and my play, which is kind of all the same. All the same. Work and play is one. Right. Tell us about your work, Thomas.
I work at a convenience store, and they have a deli and everything like that.
Awesome.
And I don't really do deli because there I'm smelling the food. So
yeah.
Oh, man,
it's hard.
It's one thing to stare at bags of candy. At least they're in the packaging.
Well, one of my best jobs, I worked at 7-Eleven in my teens and 20s.
Yeah, I did.
I worked at a Broadway department store. I worked at Dodger Stadium. And in my earlier years, I worked at a boat launching ramp where I pumped gas, sold bait, and I sold frozen hamburgers and hot dogs that they threw in the microwave. And it was great.
Yeah, the one job I had for like 25 years was I worked at a tuxedo shop. Worked in the tuxedo industry, so I was the guy that like fitted you for your tuxedo for your wedding and for your prom and stuff. So that was actually
and there are infinite jobs out there. Again, there's to me, work is what we're meant for, whatever it is, and that's the beauty of life. Get up, go to work, mop floors, Uber it, Lyft it, carry it, help people. I mean, we're in the service industry, right? I look at what we're doing here as service industry. And in a sense, I'm working to make it a non-for-profit, which always needs to be profitable and keep the mission moving. But ultimately, faith, fuel, and footsteps, right? Faith in God, meet, and get walking every day, right, Thomas?
Just get moving. Moving.
And Kiltz Mighty Tribe is in Colorado Springs is doing a new lab. We're working on it, expanding. We've got a Colorado, Denver. We need a Lincoln, Nebraska. And we're really working to build a community. Again, I'm in the fertility business. I help people that are suffering from infertility. I've seen so many people through carnivore simply get pregnant. Ketovores also, by the way. And let's not take it away. And by the way, if you go to our website at CY Fertility, you get a free family building guide. And I'm working to get Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore digital download for free, but you can get
if you're in Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore is available in the Kiltz Mighty Tribe for free. You just have to sign up, and you watch a welcome video. It's right under that.
And the more people we have and share the message around the world, what inspires you to make your videos, Thomas?
You guys.
Aw.
Yeah. And that's the short of it, right? Well, no, the videos were the first thing I started. I didn't do the lives until later, but just to tell my story, to tell, and the videos are basically the bad and the good, to see the journey.
Yeah. Steak a day keeps the doctor away. Sure thing. Yeah, and we got more hats and shirts and all those things. I think we're gonna. I got the Nelson hat, the Kiltz Nelson hat. It's good. That's one of my favorite shirts and hats.
So I had to have something from all three of you. So
Yeah.
I have Nelson's hat, your shirt, and
Fred Montanez says the carnivore lifestyle is like being born again Christian. Everyone's soul to be saved for eternity, and with carnivore lifestyle, everyone to be health to be saved. And I mean, I'm a Christ guy, but whether you're atheist, agnostic, or some other believer in other faiths, it's all one, right? And Christ is a philosophical idea, is magical. And our new Christ Carnivore book, I got another new one coming, and we're actually changing the name of this one to The Inner Journey, which is it's the Christ Carnivore lifestyle.
cool.
And you can get these on Amazon, KDP, Audible. We're making all these things there. And why the local foods are so much more expensive than conventional. Rick, the man.
I know.
I was scared. Is Rick growing a beard?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a little bit.
Well, we'll see him soon. We got to do a meetup in Miami. I can work on that one too.
Yeah. Well,
Now
hopefully
that I'm
hopefully
officially a Florida resident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said she's going to be in Albany.
Nice. And we're all there to communicate together, share stories. We have no real agenda other than to hang out and share stories.
And I think that's awesome.
That's it.
And I know Lewis will be there and a few other people. So it's quite a few people going to be there.
Is Amy going to be there? I can't remember.
Amy's going to be there with her granddaughter and her son.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Mary
what I
McMath
heard.
is flying
And maybe if people just show up, we just show up.
Just out of nowhere,
Just show up.
If we have to go outside and eat outside,
that is where we're eating. We're eating outside.
I'll definitely share my.
If it's pouring, we'll be inside. We'll figure it out. Right, Lewis?
Lewis is looking around. I knew he was around.
Oh, I need to clarify something. Most likely, Dr. Boz is not going to the Albany meetup. She's going to the Tampa meetup next year. And Dr. Obadia is also confirmed. I'm just getting the final confirmation.
Who's coming? Dr.
Obadia is going to the Tampa meetup next year. And I'm just confirming, I'm chatting back and forth with Dr. Boz.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Dr. Boz is going to be in England, in London, I think, in November with the Meet My Maker. There's another, I think it's Zoe Harcum, who's got a meetup, and you should check on it.
Okay.
And I don't know if I've been really invited or not, but John's inviting me. And then there's one in Spain right after that, November 22nd.
Dr. Kiltz, you got Hack Your Health right there that you're going to be speaking at. So I don't.
What day?
November is November 13th or 16th
or something like that. Yeah.
13th through 16th.
Right. It's there, then England, then Spain. I don't know if I'm going to go to one in Spain.
if you're in London and it's the next day, it's literally just an hour flight.
Right.
We'll see. Who's going? Cindy O'Neill. Who's going to Albany?
Albany.
Well,
keep going down the line there.
Pretty sure I'm going.
Yeah. All right, Karen.
I'll be there in spirit in Albany.
Yeah. You're always there. Always there.
Yes.
Always there. Beautiful. Awesome. We're doing our best every day. God is good. Great. Do you do any fasting, Thomas?
Yeah. Well, I like to. I've been part of it because I'm a part of the SBG program too. So I've been part of a insulin intensive program. So right now he just has me doing. He was having me do some fasting, but right now he's having me do 2 meals a day. But normally I do love fasting. My my go-to is like 3 days. I just always seem to feel better after I do a 3-day fast.
So what is the purpose of insulin?
Oh God.
It's to make fat in the liver.
Right.
What's the purpose of the liver? To make fat.
Fat.
To make fat. Insulin's job is to make fat, and it makes it out of amino acids and sugars, which are in plants and animals.
Right.
The protein lean meat diets and the plant-centered diets. That's why I recommend one meal a day. You see, all humans can fast. If you're fat, you can fast. I don't know how many times I hear people say, oh, you shouldn't fast. Why?
Yeah.
And yes, Lewis, I said I'm taking 6 months off. I don't know when. And am I really ever going to be off, do you think? Probably not. We'll see.
Maybe in 60 years for all you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm working on it.
Dr. Kiltz,
I do 3 days monthly, 5 days quarterly, and up to 7. Last July I did 15. I'm visualizing 15 days again in July, but I haven't decided yet. I think, again, it's hard to do, and hard things are good things. And our body, okay, maybe 6 days. Yes, Lewis. Yeah, just keep hitting them because I have my big screen picture. I don't see all the chat because my TV, it's not working right. But I think, again, we make a complicated story. Jennifer Lucas, 3 years carnivore, tide, occasional 3-day water fast. I think it is. Again, I think that if you're fat, okay, high BMI, overweight, as people say, that doesn't cause disease. The disease is caused by the fermentable bucket. I need a video on this, Thomas. A bucket with plants and animals and microbes and fermentation.
Okay, I'll have to watch this video again just so I can remember.
I'll send you. But I did a new. But ultimately, it's fermentation that's our problem, and we never have an empty gut. An empty gut builds a strong mind. And one of the things that I think 1 meal a day or less is the healthiest thing for humans. Yeah. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt. And because the feeding a couple of times a day keeps the gut full of food. And even for most of us carnivores, we're not eating enough fat. And fat is raw butter, raw cream, raw eggs, and raw fat, right, from the meat. And when the lion kills the beast, it eats the fat first, and it goes through that, and that's it. But I think, look at even on terzepatide and all these things, that doesn't mean you have to eat. You can still fast on all those things.
Yeah.
Thomas, what are you eating today?
I usually my biggest thing I usually have is hamburger patties. But occasionally I do have some steaks, and I have bacon, and I have eggs. Sometimes chicken. Yesterday I actually made some carnivore breaded pork chops. So I actually took the pork chops and I did a video on it, and I put them with the panko breadcrumbs, and then I put them in a deep air fryer, a Fry Daddy, but with the good oils, with the good fats, I should say. Oils is probably not the good word.
Yeah, oil from plants, fat from animals. That's good. And I typically will just eat rare to raw fatty meat.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately that's the best thing we could do.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it was, I'm not going to lie, it was delicious, nice and juicy, and all that fat coming into my system and everything. Just
I don't eat this.
It tastes terrible. I've tried.
I was on a nice walk, and
well, no one wants to eat thumper. Are you kidding me?
and I had my friends over, Mike, Justin, Roz, Richie, Dan, and I made ribeye and fries. And I had it black and blue. The fries were dipped in sour cream with blue cheese, butter, and all the grease from the ribeyes that rendered off, but a ton of the fat was still raw on the steak. And oh my God, he ate some fries.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Right?
Alert the carnivore police.
Yes, yes. It's really, here was a great ribeye. It was black and blue with butter and salt. I mean, this is what I eat mostly, because no matter what it is, they've. Oh, and then I had some really great foie gras at the Century House. And I added butter to it. Oh my God, it was the best. It was the best.
Amy ate a salad in Vegas. Call the police.
Yeah, I know, Amy. Oh my God, right? Right? Well, if you grill the lettuce, if you take romaine and grill it a little bit, it kills the microbes. And add the Kiltz's. So I really make an awesome Caesar salad dressing. It was olive oil, Parmesan, a little bit of garlic, pepper, and anchovies, a ton of anchovies. Oh, it's the very best. Blended. But I actually poured and used to put it on my chicken. Yeah, oh my God, we're going to call the police. Eating for a day here. Yeah, again, Bill Cook, I think giving it up for a day, 2 or 3. And I think when you go to 1 meal a day, how important is occasionally doing this? Not. But if you do it, go at it. I go to a gym in order to hang out with other people.
Yeah. But again, community, So yeah.
Oh my God, eat a donut, be arrested. I can't remember where T and I were down at the Ritz in Sarasota, and I had this really great steak with butter, and then they brought out those little beignets, and it's a donut essentially. I think they're like Louisiana. With oh my God, I had a bite. Wow. I added butter. Iguana salad, and we can do that. But it's interesting about panko. What is panko?
Isn't it like breadcrumbs?
It's rendered skin.
But yeah.
It's pork rinds that has been cooked or heated, right? What happens to the fat?
Oh, that gets probably rendered out.
It's gone.
That's right. So now you're left with the glycoproteins, sugar protein content of the skin, which is the glycocalyx, which is sugar and amino acids,
right,
which go to the liver, require insulin to make VLDL and fat. So that's why I generally, and you got to be careful about it. I think pork in general, well, the way they like, that's why I love pork belly and rare to raw bacon.
Right.
Oh my God, it might have been cured, right? What does Amy have to say?
Do you put an egg in your Caesar dressing?
Yeah. Oh, and raw egg. It's actually a coddled egg, which is a 1 minute boiled egg, and then you take it out and it's coddled. But I think raw egg. I do usually raw egg yolk. I do the yolk. It's like a half a cup of olive oil or avocado oil, half a cup of Parmesan. I do a ton of anchovies. I love them. And pepper, and a lemon, and I mean it's almost like a mayonnaise technically.
Yeah.
And and I do. And again, listen, I don't do lettuce, but I would do that dressing all day long. But I don't. I used to make it all the time. Best ever.
Sounds
Keep
good.
on going down. We got any cues or comments for Thomas?
Everyone toss some cues for Thomas. Let's see. Michael Pregler. I just salt marinated and smoked for 15 hours pork butt. Oh my God, stop talking about food. I'm so hungry now. Here's a question from Chris. We had some super hot days recently. I was not hungry at all. It's important to eat when temps are high.
Your fat makes water and makes acetyl-CoA. And also it has the amino acids and the fatty acids and the glycans. We should use the word glycan instead of sugars. But well, what did you say, Thomas? What do you think?
No, I agree with you. You know, I think that for the fats and everything like that, I think it's fine. That you don't really necessarily need to eat when the temperature are high. I know I sometimes feel better when I'm not eating when it's really, really hot.
Well, I went for my hike at 85 degrees the other day, and it was and I had no water, no food. I was on yesterday. I played golf. We walked the course. I like to do the cart, the golf cart, but Roz wanted to walk, and so I put it on my bag. And he has an electric cart and I did my push cart, and I ran some too. It was good. Thomas, do you drink coffee?
So yes, I do. I just finished a cup in my new the new one that Alia's son Jacob, right?
All right.
Jacob.
Yeah. That Jacob did for me.
Famous now.
The only thing is though, is like normally when I hold the cup, I hold it like this.
Yeah, you can't.
And
So
that's not him. That's the design of the cup.
Yeah.
Well, what I love is when you put it on both sides.
Oh, maybe I'll learn.
Yeah.
How to do that. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because this is like how I hold a cup. I don't hold it like.
Roxanne,
I had today. I had coffee with a quarter stick of butter.
Ooh.
And believe me, I lessened on it because I had to test out, And it used to be a full stick, then went to a half stick. Now it's a quarter stick, and then one egg yolk, and it mixed up and made nice and frothy. So.
Okay, is it okay to dry fast with the high humidity and high temperatures?
That I don't know.
Well, if you're out there, the humidity is high, you're not necessarily going to sweat as much as when it's dry out. But the heat and the sun will have evaporation, and so you have to be a little more careful. I mean, I don't think dry fasting. I don't do dry fasting. I've done it for 3 days, but I generally don't do it. I don't think it's.
I haven't done dry fasting yet.
It's not required.
I haven't done it yet.
And I think I do mostly sparkling water. I do a little coffee and electrolyte mix. It's good. And then I did some of this yesterday, but I tried a little packet yesterday, Salter and their caramel coffee, which is kind of interesting. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, hot or cold, freeze-dried coffee, natural caramel flavor, stevia leaf extract. I prefer the without the stevia, but I tried it. Go look at Salter. We'll put a link.
Did you like it?
We have a link on our shop.
We do.
Cool. Yeah, I did like it. I did, and I'm a crazy man for. I like everyone's products, by the way, and everyone can put their products on our shop and sell them. But we got the butter salt, and we got the salty Norwegian flake salt. So
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got. Let's see.
What do you got?
Thomas, what's your favorite meal? How long have you been carnivore now?
Okay, so I started, like you guys know, January 1st, 2025. So it's been over a year. Um, my favorite meal, I would probably have to say steak. And I'm generalizing that
Yeah.
because it doesn't
Any
matter
beef?
what steak it
Beef?
is.
Do you prefer beef or pork or lamb or
Well,
goat?
I would say I eat so much more of the beef, steaks, burgers. I do have lamb. Lamb's pretty good. And like when I have pork chops and stuff like that, I'll eat that very, very infrequently. Like at the most, I might have it like maybe twice a month. And then chicken maybe once a month. You know, I do like my stuff in my. I like I said, I have an air fryer and I have a deep fryer. So I do like all the juices coming out of the deep fryer and getting all that. Today my meal, one of my meals is going to be eggs with some pork belly. So it's kind of funny that you mentioned that.
Mm,
You know,
nice. Catherine Jones is asking, how about pork jowl?
no, I don't think I've ever had pork jowl. So
Pork jowl, which is, I'm assuming the cheek.
no, I know where the gals
Yeah,
are.
you're right. Is that what it is?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Isn't that what gals
I-
are? It's like
I don't know if I've ever had it. Although, I mean, you do you roast old pork is pretty amazing.
yeah. I just and sometimes like
I have a question from Instagram. I just happened to notice. It says, Thomas, what's more important to you? This is from Coach Carnivore Joe. The meat or the fat when you eat? By the way, 16 days in on a 30-day fast. Awesome.
Nice. I mean, I think that long fasting is pretty amazing. But go ahead, Tom.
Okay. I mean, I went on the diet when I originally was for the meat. I knew the meat healed, but then I learned more and more. I think the fat is probably the most important, because I mean, meat can still raise the blood sugars and stuff like that, So I think it's very important that you have a pretty high fat diet. The only problem is sometimes certain fat, if you go too high, it can make some problems, as we all know, with the toilet backpack video I did. But if you just learn where the level is and you just learn where to go and then get yourself used to doing more, then I think you're good. But yeah, I would have to say out of that question, the fat is probably the most important.
But rendered fat is different than raw fat.
Oh, of course.
That's our biggest problem. We're consuming too much rendered fat, not enough raw fat.
Yep. That's why I love my burger cookies, because they're nice and cold.
Well,
you're on a trip, you just take one out of the bag,
Well, I mean, that's good. Burger cookies and having your dry aged meat, taking it with you is amazing, right?
And my cold bacon too. Never mind just the burger cookies, but you get the I don't know what kind of cookies they would be, but bacon cookies, I guess.
Ooh.
Well, you could grind up bacon in it, a little pork, and then add some organ meats. That's good.
Gather some liver and just like it together, and yeah, absolutely.
Is this Peters? I hope that's Peters. Hi there. What about bone broth on carnivore?
Yep.
Really good. Make it yourself. So good. Throwing some bones in water and some meat. Yeah, Danny.
He needs to go to the Albany meetup. He's right down.
He's close. If he doesn't go,
come
then
on over. I'll have to email you about it. All right, let's see. Faith fueled and footsteps. How is taking in too much rendered fat not good for us?
Well, go ahead.
It comes out in the end. That's definitely.
I mean, ultimately, rendered fat is denaturing the meat and the animal product, and so it that's why a lot of people have diarrhea, because the rendered fat is just, you're pouring grease into your gut. Grease is different And animals don't make grease. Humans make grease by cooking the fat and rendering it. And it's just not normal to the gut. I mean, my bet is when we cook the animal, I don't know how many thousands of years ago, a lot of the fat was still raw.
Yeah.
Still raw.
Yeah.
We became picky. That's
Yeah.
our problems.
Yeah. Brian, what do you guys think about flavored salts?
I haven't had flavored salts yet. Unless you count the smoked salt I got from Malden's, but
I think so.
yeah, I mean,
And
I love flavored salt,
Well, this is salty, the Norwegian buttered salt,
Okay.
Norwegian flake sea salt butter powder, pasteurized cream milk solid salt, and
I guess I have no problem with it,
yeah, I've used it. I like it. I love bone broth a lot, and so highly recommend it, especially beef bones. I do beef bones, but even if you take the whole chicken and and the organ and everything,
Yeah,
that's
I'm actually
good
going to
too.
make bone broth soon, but it's going to be with all the bones I've been collecting for a while, beef, lamb, the pork, whatever.
I love chicken broth. I think that's really tasty too. Some people will put in a bag of vegetables. I don't particularly need it or like it. So,
What's for me? What's the point in that? I'm trying to get away from the vegetables for the most part. Why would
yeah,
I add?
well,
Why would I add vegetable broth to a?
it's the seasoning that so many put into it, which I think is not good. I agree.
Yeah. Well, it's each to their own, right? So
digging in the bag, eating it raw. Yeah, that's just again, raw is right. What was that one from Amy? Did Amy have one you skipped over?
Yeah, she likes unflavored. Where is this? I like unflavored electrolytes and hot water. Reminds me of salty broth. Nice.
Cool.
This is my favorite electrolyte. Malden salt. Yeah.
See, great minds think alike, Dr. Kiltz.
It's almost, this hour flew by.
Whoa.
Well,
One hour flew by.
I wish that happened when I was at work.
Well, a lot of it is if you think differently about work for the purpose that we're all there to do, it's rocket changes.
Oh yeah, well, we had fun, right? So that's the thing. Like time flies by when you're having fun.
That's right.
It does.
Do you only make or do you sometimes buy bone broth?
I did buy bone broth at one time, but then I didn't really like the idea of like, okay, what am I having in it? So it's just I feel better making it myself.
Yep.
I don't.
Who
do
taught
it
you how to do it? Who taught you how to make that bone broth, Thomas?
I don't know. Somebody from downstairs.
But isn't it so simple? You put the bones in water and you're cooking for a few hours or more, right?
Yeah, you can do it 2 hours in the Instapot or 12 hours on the stove.
Yeah. And you can even do it for less. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Terry, we'll see you there. God bless everyone. Where can people find you, Thomas?
Find me Target Prime Rib is my channel, and check me out.
All right.
There
Cool.
you go. Bye,
God bless
everybody.
all.
Thank you.